100 or so.
They seem pretty ticked off about something. Time to show them what Englishmen are made of.
Monsieur is made of meat, as they will find out fairly quickly when they slice you into 1,000 pieces. Please, Monsieur Fogg, let me.
No, Passepartout. You silly sentimental fresh fool. No one fights the Englishman's battles for him, with the possible exception of the Scots, the Irish, and the Nepalese.
No, Monsieur, I meant let me find out a way out.
Watch and learn, Passepartout. This is the spirit that built empires. I say, now look here, you bunch of belly heathens.
The city, London, the year 1872, and Mr. Phileas Fogg is on his way to the Reform Club in Pall Mall.
Cab driver, what on earth are you doing, man?
Sorry, Governor. There's a car parade pulled by a donkey that shed its load.
Don't they have a bucket for that sort of thing?
We'll have to go the long way round.
Oh, very well.
I don't understand why you have to go on your city club anyway. She would have wanted you to stay at home today of all days. Home where it's safe.
I know, Nanny. Home where it's safe. But now she's gone. We must carry on as best we can. No point shutting ourselves up in the house forever.
It makes Mr. Bootle very sad when you go away.
I'm 32, Nanny. And quite frankly, Mr. Poodle can go and vigorously...
Oh, and Tommy! Easy, girl!
I say, driver, are you taking us via Yokohama?
Just a minor detour, sir. Here's the club, just ahead.
What are all those flags for?
It's International Friendless Week. They have a host of visiting foreigners hanging around the place.
I can't abide foreigners. You never know where they've been.
Well, exactly.
Here we are, Governor.
Righto. Well, see you later, Nana. And remember, stiff upper lip. After all, we are British.
Chapter 2, and the scene shifts to the smoking room of the Reform Club on Pall Mall. Dinner has been served, and some of the most powerful men in England now gather round the card tables to discuss their doings with a rubber or two.
Afternoon, Smythe. Who's that you've got there?
This is Mr. Jules Verne, celebrated professional Mr.
Oh, yes. The rocket from the centre of the earth, chap. Working on a new book, son.
Ah, oui. I have had a wonderful idea this very morning. They say the completion of the Trans-Indian Railway line means we will now circumvent navigate the world in 80 days.
Oh, there are more things out in the world that will buggy your schedules than you can possibly imagine. Why, once in Siam, I saw a creature with the head of a man and the body of a woman.
Did you?
What a night that was.
So I am thinking that this would make a fantastic story, but I need someone to go and take notes for me.
Can't you get the thought by yourself?
No. Travel is not my thing. The food is horrible. The men are often ridden with disease, and the women are always ridden with caution.
Interesting. So, Mr. Verne persuades someone it takes a trip in your path. What could that be worth to someone like you?
Continue, I listen.
He's a gentleman here at the club. There's a weakness that we might exploit. It's a bit virtuous, but he is a man of it. If I can help you induce him to make your proposed journey, then you will probably, shall we say, 10% profits from your book.
Very well. 10% it is.
Morning, chaps.
Ah, Fogg, the very man. Who's for a game of cards?
What, cards? Cards? I'll play cards with you. Let's play cards, everybody. Pontoon, gin whist, Chase the ace, whack a jack.
I was thinking caboodle.
Caboodle? Caboodle fiddlesticks. The rules of that game seem to change every time we play.
Well, if it's too well, you can always place.
Ha! Very well. Bring it on, gentlemen. I feel that I'm about to have a spectacular reversal of fortune.
I dare say you're right. I stand to have a deck of cards here. Please shuffle.
Caboodle? I don't think I know this game.
Yes, and I can see from the stupefied expressions of our studio audience that, like Monsieur Verne here, they similarly haven't the foggiest notion. See what I did there? That's right, that foggiest notion about this classic, entirely genuine, and not at all made up Victorian card game. Allow me, and my esteemed colleague, to elucidate. Let us explain once again for those who are unsure. It really is quite simple, so listen, I implore. Once I have finished, you'll have within your ken the rules of Caboodle, the game of gentlemen. Taking from the left, you pass 3 into your right.
Or 5 onto your partner unless he's out of sight. Receiving 6 in turn, you can either stick or burn.
But only cards of value, and only on your turn.
Hands of 4 or 6 or 10 are barely ever seen.
And hands of 46 or more are really quite obscene. Moving 6 and burning more will leave you with a hand of 4.
Which really doesn't help you as you need 5 to score. Runs of 2 or 3 or 8 can leave you in a fix, so remember to reverse the flow by laying down a 6.
Jokers can be additive. Aces can be high.
And the Queen of Hearts and 7 Hearts will kiss your hand with a spy.
Caboodle is a regal game played by kings and men. But king of class now is about reverse the flow again. The rules are very simple. It's like falling off a log. Unless, of course, your name happens to be Fog. You've got a run of 6 and 2, and then of 3 and 1.
There's 3 cards in this pair, and you know what that will
Do. Your proud's a catastrophe, your suits are in a mess.
And your queen
Couldn't
should
possibly
only move like that if you're playing
chess. Caboodle is a legal game that rarely suffers fools, and a remarkable true gentleman is knowing all the rules.
But we are not
suggesting you are not a man of class. It's just that you don't know your caboodle from your...
Thank you, I've got it. I've got rid of all my queens.
That's no good. You need a queen or 3 to finish.
But you told me last time that I didn't need a 3 either.
Yes, but you have a queen, then the queen makes up for the 3. Otherwise, you'll need a 5 and a 7. Or a black 2 and a 4 back.
What? Wait, I have them.
Really? What are the odds? Well, Fox is like a man, girl.
Yes, sir, I do, sir. I lay my cards face down on the table, not twice, and go stand in the corner facing the wall singing God Save the Queen. That's
Thanks.
I begin to see what you mean.
Give me that one. 10%. I understand what happens to be done. Good show, Fox. You don't turn the table. Now's the bet to begin.
Keep me lost. Really? I must say that's very sporting of you. I mean, you know I have a caboodle.
Well, what's a game without a little spice, eh?
True, sir, true.
I bet £5,000.
Moi aussi.
And me.
So the bet stands at £20,000.
20,000. How can I possibly lose? 20,000 it is. There we go, gentlemen. A caboodle. I win.
Ah! I'm afraid not, Fog. My hand beats yours.
But I have a caboodle.
I have a double caboodle.
What? I've never heard of a double caboodle.
It's the rules. Mr. Bone, what have you got?
This would be a caboodle royale.
Caboodle royale.
And, gentlemen, we present an ultimate caboodle.
What the actual
All of them the same street. Bad luck, old friend. You owe us £20,000. You have got the money, haven't you, Bob?
Not quite. I have a little over £12,000 on an account at the Bank of England. However, I must warn you that I have a daily withdrawal limit of £150 on my account. That means that to withdraw said £12,000 will take some 80 days.
Oh dear, that's not quite enough, is it? Well, Bob, bankrupt and man have such a silly thing as game of cards. Your mention of 80 days gives me an idea. But oh, you'll never go for it.
Oh, fine.
Well, here it is anyway. There is a deal for someone to gather some material for his forthcoming book. Around 80 days around the world.
Right. Good God, are you sir? Are you seriously suggesting that I write post-dated checks to allow you to withdraw the money day by day from my account into a new one while I travel around the world taking notes to enable Mr. Bird to write his book, who will thus pay my expenses, that if I return on the day the master is getting, he will sign the account back over to my name and call off the debt?
In a nutshell, yes.
There is your train to Dover at 6 p.m. this evening. Here is your ticket. This portfolio contains your travel instructions. And here is a letter of introduction to the English consulate in Bombay, which I just happened to find.
How fortuitous.
Best of luck, Phileas. It's now October 2nd. We shall see you here, 6 p.m. sharp on December 21st. In exactly 80 days from now. You can send the checks on to us here. Wished anyone?
Damn good idea. Cut the deck.
Sirs, have you seen my Uncle Desmond?
I believe Lord Halifax is in the Etchings Gallery. Yes. Third door on the left.
Thank you. Oh, dear Lord, what on earth am I to do? Right, third door on the left. Uncle, what the deuce?
Hey, of course that. I mistake my life again. Had you not resuscitated me on this billiard table, I would now be harmonising with the choir eternal.
I endeavour to give satisfaction, sir.
I know this to be true. Now, be a good lad and fetch me and my nephew a couple of ports. I'm in need of a restorative.
As sir wishes.
Good Lord, Uncle, this is the third collapse this month. You need seeing to, sir.
The lad speaks the truth. What's the matter, nephew mine? I was sorry to hear about your mama. I should attend the funeral, I suppose. When is it?
It was this morning.
Oh, bugger.
That doesn't matter now. All is lost, Uncle. You see a broken man before you. I have lost home, fortune, and reputation on the turn of a card.
Slip me a cigar and elucidate my book.
I've been caboodled by a Frenchman.
Go on.
A novelist by the name of Verne has manipulated me into circumnavigating the globe in 80 days. If I refuse, I forfeit my entire fortune.
His tricks again, is he? He took some unwary chap who'd go to Iceland last year. Poor sod fell into a volcano. We haven't heard from him since. Well, I'm afraid you're stuck with it. Gentleman's code and all that. But you shouldn't go alone.
I should take Nanny, maybe.
Maybe? Probably not. Who's your manservant these days?
I don't have one. I've had to let Fortescue go.
Why?
As you know, it is my custom to wear South American orchids as a funeral display in my buttonhole. We have a selection from various countries in the hothouse, and one morning, whilst he was dressing me, I asked him to give me a Brazilian. I don't know what he did, but I feel the cold keenly these winter mornings.
Nephew, I have a solution for you. I will let you have my manservant for this trip. He's an experienced traveller. He's been with me on several expeditions, and he even accompanied your father to India.
What? My father never went to India.
I assure you he did. I'm afraid what your mama told you about your father wasn't 100% accurate.
What? Are you implying my father wasn't the manager of a tortilla factory up north somewhere?
Not exactly. No. A wonderful man, your pater. Slightly eccentric, of course. He had an odd habit of taking an extra left step every 100 paces. Which meant that over the course of a mile, he could alter course by as much as 42 Hell of a globetrotter, though. Nothing like your mother. And I suppose that's nature's way of evening the balance.
Sir, if he didn't fall into an industrial corn crusher, how did my father actually die?
I think the more important question at this moment is, what are you going to do now? You have a choice. On the one hand, certain ruin. On the other, the great unknown. Which path will you take?
I don't know if I can go through with it.
Of course you can. You can have the blood of adventurers in your veins, even if you're being dry docked to make some fun. You need a challenge, my boy. Something to make a man of you. People who are stretched never return to their original shape.
You think so?
Trust me on that. I know whereof I speak.
Then I will give it a shot, sir.
Good man, and I have something that might help you. Manage to save it from your mother's annihilation as your father's past. I'll get my man to bring it with him when he meets you. Speaking of which, I shall send a telegram to him without delay. Where are you leaving from?
I have it here. The 6 o'clock boat train from Victoria. But if your man comes with me, he will serve you in his absence.
Oh, I will find something. Never fear. Any port in the storm, what?
Your port, sir.
Aha! The cogs of fate are returning. Thanks, my dear Carstairs. Now be off with you, nephew mine. You have a world to conquer, and old Father Time feuds everyone, regardless of sex or age.
I thank you, Uncle.
Now, Carstairs, I want you to take a telegram straight away. By the way, don't you like working here?
Chapter 3, and we find fog in the streets of London, arriving breathlessly at Victoria's rear entrance.
Excuse me, which way is the train to Dover? You need to make your way to platform 2, sir. And where is platform 2? Oh, down there, take the left, and it's on your right again. Thank you. Confound the blighter. Where can passport 2 have gotten to?
Young master!
Nanny, where did you spring from?
You're coming in with me right this minute. Home where it's safe.
Let's not go through all that again, Nanny. I have to do this, or there will be no home anymore.
Now then, young master, don't make me get angry and use this.
Great Scott! Where on earth did you get that 4-pounder muzzle-loading carronade?
It was my grandmother's. I will count to 3, and then I'm going to blow your right leg off. We'll see how far you get then, Coppin. 1, 2, 2.5.
Hey, please!
3.
Nanny! Apparently, your grandmother didn't brief you on the recoil.
Monsieur, are you okay?
What?
Let me help you, monsieur. You are Monsieur Phileas Fogg?
Ah, you're Uncle Desmond's manservant, aren't you?
Enchanté, monsieur. My name is Passepartout.
Passepartout. A Frenchman, eh?
Why, yes, how did you know?
It's the fact that you're wearing your rucksack on the front.
Uh-huh. Who was that woman?
Home help.
London Extra, read all about it. Incredibly blurry, some word I can't pronounce, and the husband's wife bathing a bride.
What smut passes for news these days? Excusez-moi. How much for a copy?
Passepartout. There's no time. The train leaves in less than 3 minutes.
I was just going to get something to read.
Now, Passepartout.
For the love of Dieu. Coming, monsieur.
London Extra, Theory Robbery, Bank of England.
Yes, the news that some daring robbery at the Bank of England is spreading via the modern miracle of telegraph throughout the English-speaking world, and also parts of America. We switch the scene now to the quayside of Suez. Some days later, a man stands watching the passengers disembark. He has hawk-like eyes, a determined posture, and the body of a god. Although sadly in this case, the god is Buddha. The man in question goes by the name of
Detective Fix.
Hello, Ambassador.
What are you hanging around the docks for?
I'm looking for a man.
Good Lord. I didn't realise you were that way inclined.
No, sir, I'm pursuing a criminal. The Bank of England robbery.
Ah, yes, I read about that. So you reckon he might come here to Suez, eh?
They believe he may have fled overseas. I hope to bring him to justice.
Justice? I remember when justice was dispensed with a service revolver from a range of about 6 foot. Oh well, must be off. Toodles walk.
Man is a biscuit. Who's this coming down the gangplank?
I really can't believe that was a single person aboard that vessel who knew the rules of Contact Bridge. So what now?
I shall go and get our visa stamped, monsieur, to prove our journey's path.
Ah yes, good plan. I will meet you back on board the Marco Polo in 2 hours. Have you tidied the cabin?
Yes, monsieur. That reminds me, I found something here for you from your Uncle Desmond.
A journal. The Friendless Globe, a guide to all things south of Dover, by Phileas T. Fogg. Great Scott!
Your father wanted to create a guidebook that would help people travel more easily. It was the project he was working on when it may help you.
Hello, cousin sir. Are you looking for a good time?
Oh, come on, for the love of mic work. I do apologise, madam. I was trying to adjust the watch I bought in Marseille to the right time, but the hands won't work.
Let's have a look. Right. That's because they appear to be painted on. This is not a watch. It is a snuff box. See? There's some snuff in there.
Ah, the swine! Well, let that be a lesson. Never trust a shifty-looking, one-eyed Armenian with sweats a lot that's selling merchandise from a suitcase on a street corner while his companion keeps an eye out for the police. Oh well, sorry, you asked me a question just now.
I asked if you were looking for a good time.
At last, some form of customer service. And am I ever? I just spent a week cooped up on board a horrible boat where nobody wanted to play with me.
I can arrange some very diverting games for Sir, should Sir desire.
Lead on, my good woman. Remember, 2 hours passport too.
Are you a travelling companion of that gentleman?
Travelling companion to Monsieur Fogg? if you can call it that. He does not talk to me or to anyone else for that matter. He just sits in his cabin with the door locked, pale and sweating, with his large bag full of unexplained new banknotes, having booked us passage hurriedly away from London a few days ago. But you must excuse me, monsieur. His lordship gets most upset when I talk to people. Bye-bye.
Interesting.
What would Sir Mosey like? I think I'd like to while away the time until the boat goes, getting through a rubber or two.
Well, we can certainly provide those.
I did. I want another 3 people.
I see. Boys or girls?
Girls or boys, I don't really mind. I'll take anyone on. I'm not choosy when it's been a while. You can't be, can you?
Aha. Allow me to introduce Candy.
Hello. Destiny. And Thor.
Like that's my girl.
I'll leave you all to
Get acquainted.
good to meet you all. Now I must go and tinkle. Please feel free to get started without me. So sorry about that. Now. What the deuce? That's not how you play bridge. You haven't even got any cards. Passport too.
One frantic escape later, we find our heroes aboard a P&O steamer in the famed Red Sea, en route for the Indian subcontinent and points east.
It's chilly up here on deck, isn't it?
How are you doing, monsieur? Do you want another blanket?
No thanks, Passport too. I'll just sit here with Papa's journal. It's incredible. All these years I had no idea. Next port we come to, I'll just do a bit of gentle sightseeing, I think. Tell me, Passport two. I've been flipping ahead, and there seems to be pages missing. The journal stops dead in the middle of India.
If you excuse me, monsieur, let's go.
Passport two, please. My world has been turned upside down. I no longer have any idea who I am. I'm following a trail of footprints I never even knew existed until short days ago. And they end right in front of me.
All things end, monsieur.
Passport too. Why did you ever agree to come with me? It's clear that from your attitude that you didn't like my father.
Your father was a hero. I would have died for him. I just didn't get the chance. Yours is an unfortunate bloodline. Excuse me, monsieur.
Now dance with us on wings of thought as we plunge deep into the nethers of the British Rajahmahal.
That's what it says here.
Sir, we are now 2 days, 4 hours and 16 minutes ahead of schedule. Fair enough. Passport, see to our train tickets. This time I shall go out and get our visas stamped. I also have a letter of introduction from our sponsor. Dear Mr. Consul, this is Phileas Hall. Regards, Jules Verne. Well, that's concise. I shall pick up some clean clothes as well. The cabin is becoming a little festive.
By all means, monsieur. Just one observation. When you are buying underpants, I would be grateful if you would select a softer material than the one you chose in Marseille.
But they were such a bargain.
I suspect that is because they were made of Essian.
The swine. Well, let that be yet another lesson. Never trust a one-armed, syphilis-ridden Armenian selling merchandise through the bars of his prison cell while doing a 7-year stretch for aggravated fraud. It's so hard to know who to trust. If only one could predict the future.
Ah, Sahib, this I can do. Come, I will draw the veil of the lady aside and show you such wonders as will do.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. I have quite enough of that in Surrey. It all started off nice enough, and then before you know it, I'm staring at the most unhygienic game of leapfrog that one could ever conceive.
Oh, this is not good. Sahib, give me your palm. It is a map. You see, it's a map. See, the rivers and tributaries of your life. I can navigate them for you. I can be your pilot through the Delta Stream.
If you spit on my hand and tell me one day I'll have a swimming pool, I'll swear I'll...
Oh, no, your marriage line, it seems to start very close, yes. Yes, you will shortly meet a woman of your dreams. But I see terrible danger. She needs your help and you'll face a great choice. And the answer will lie in the book of days.
Fair enough, thanks. Right, now
But Sahib, are you not going to pay me?
No. And the fact that you didn't see that coming is the reason why I'm not going to pay you. Right, let's have a little look round the temples here. After all, what's the worst that could happen?
And so, of course, 30 seconds later...
Congratulations.
Is that your idea of railway theme stick? After being chased through the streets by an angry mob, Mr. Fogg manages to make the train by the skin of his teeth. Some hours later, we find them chuffing through India's passage.
Is there a buffet car on this train, do you suppose?
I don't think so, monsieur. I could ask one of the hundreds of people traveling on the route.
So, is this what travelling is, passport tour? Escaping from one place to the next by the skin of your teeth?
It takes different people in different ways.
Ah, yes, of course. We're just an unlucky family, aren't we? Hang on. Why is the train stopping? I said, why is the train stopping?
I'll have a look. Mon Dieu, there is no more truck.
Very good. You're there. Railway Waller. How do you get to Calcutta?
The easiest way, sir, is by train.
So one would have thought. Is there a train to Calcutta then?
Yes, sir, you must make your way to platform 2.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere. Grab the luggage passport too. Where is platform 2?
Go down here, sir. Turn left, then right, then second left, and keep on straight on for 200 miles.
I thought for a moment there you said 200 miles.
Oh, yes, sir, you can't miss it. There will be a locomotive standing next to it. Have a pleasant trip, sir, and thank you for traveling Rail India.
So the line is complete, but the platforms are 200 miles apart. Good.
What do we do now? We need transport, but all the local conveyances are gone. I was really hoping to not have to travel through this area on foot.
Well, let's have a look in the local paper. Right, here we go. Items for sale. Right, 12-year-old yak for sale, low mileage, good condition, genuine leather exterior. First to see will buy. An Indian elephant. In family from youth. Full history, runs well, walks better, complete with extras including sunroof, may part exchange for camel or similar. That sounds like our boy. Come on, passport 2.
And so, one elephant later, our heroes make camp for the evening under the jungle moon.
It's actually quite a pleasant evening. What do you say to a quick stroll through the jungle?
No, monsieur. I will stay inside our tent. I do not have pleasant memories of this place.
Suit yourself. So, this is India. You know, I think Nan was making a fuss about nothing. It's not nearly as frightening as the... What's that? Passepartout!
I'm preparing dinner, monsieur.
I think there's something coming our way. It's getting closer. I think it might be another elephant. It's... Good Lord. I don't, sir.
Oh, sir, please help me.
Passepartout!
What, monsieur? Mon Dieu!
Hide me. I'm being pursued. Oh, please, sir, help me or I will die.
It wasn't an elephant after all.
They will... What do you mean elephant? I wasn't making that much noise. Oh, they're coming! Save me! Do something! They're going to sacrifice me! Oh, please! Oh, please! Oh, you cowards! May you never forget the moment as long as you live! Help me!
Damn it, Passepartout. You can't leave the girl to her fate.
What, monsieur? Cannot hear. I am missing gibbons, n'est-ce pas?
What on earth is the matter with you? Ever since we arrived in this part of the world, you've been acting very strange.
It was not very far from here. Your father lost his life defending our expedition against a native rabble, much like that you have just witnessed.
Ah, I see.
I do not wish to return to England empty-handed once more, having lost yet another fog. People will start to think I'm doing it deliberately.
Sorry, it's me. But as gentlemen, surely we have an obligation to...
Worthy intentions and enthusiasm are no shield against cold steel, monsieur. There is nothing we can do. I shall be serving gibbon supplies at 8 o'clock sharp.
No, this is wrong. I must do something, or I shall never be able to look myself in the eye again. But what?
You will shortly meet the woman of your dreams.
Who's that?
The woman of your dreams. But I see terrible danger. She needs your help. You will face a great choice, and the answer will lie in the book of days.
Book of days. What on earth did she mean by that?
Monsieur?
What's so special about today, anyway?
The gibbon is nearly ready, monsieur.
Where's my diary? Ah, there it is. Let me see. Today is Thursday, the 24th of October. Oh, good Lord. Aha! The cogs of fate indeed. Passepartout. Backburner. That Simeon. Backburner that Simeon. We have a mission of mercy to perform.
Monsieur?
Today is the 24th. Don't you see? Oh, they won't see this coming.
Monsieur, I have told you, mere bravery is useless against...
This isn't mere bravery, my little French gibbon-pincer. This is science, damn it! To the rescue! Good evening. Miss, I bet you are surprised to see us again.
I'm not so much surprised as I'm confused. You are now bound to the stake on top of this funeral pyre along with me. How exactly does this help the cause?
Worry not, madam. This is all part of a cunning plan. Isn't that right, Passepartout?
If monsieur says so.
I told their head chap that if we're going to sacrifice you, they'd have to sacrifice us as well. Genius, eh?
Inspired.
And now they've got us right where we want them.
And to think that when I first saw you, I thought you were heaven-sent salvation.
Your salvation may yet come from the heavens, dear lady. After all, It's the 24th.
What has that got to do with anything?
Nothing. Except that in 28 minutes from now, there will be an eclipse.
Monsieur,
Yes, Passepartout?
is the night time?
That's exactly right, Passepartout. But there's the beauty of it. It's a lunar eclipse.
Ah, we are going to overawe the natives with a total lunar eclipse.
Well,
It's not total, is it?
the actual totality actually passes through Tibet. We'll get about 40% coverage.
Mon Dieu, mon freaking Dieu.
You truly are a marvel, Mr.
Fog. Phileas Fogg.
So, Mr. Fogg, the plan is to let this frenzied religious mob know that if they don't release us immediately, we shall, over the space of the next few hours, obscure a portion of the moon. Don't get me wrong, it really was sweet of you to risk your life for me and everything. I just wish there was another plan.
Fortunately, madame, Passepartout has plan B. Voila.
Passepartout! Where on earth did you get that recent early Victorian handheld explosive devices?
They belong to my grandmother.
You must tell me about your family someday.
I shall, monsieur. In the meantime, get ready. I'm about to use the magic word.
And the magic word is?
Grenade!
This way, quickly, to the elephant. You get us started. I shall grab my carpet bag.
Why bother about a carpet bag?
A great deal of money in it. You won't be able to get around the world without it.
Oh, you're heading around the world?
Only if we survive this evening. Monsieur, our only chance is to cross the river. The river. Our only chance, is to cross the river on the elephant. The natives will be forced to find a bridge.
But the river is swollen with rains from the monsoon.
You're right, Passepartout. You'll be too slow any other way. All right, everyone onto the roof rack.
Come on, you cow, let's do this.
Pardon?
I was talking to the elephant. Woo, in we go.
Ha, we're floating and away. Ha ha! And now we're out of range of their puny foes and... Yes, right.
Oh, we will be washed away. Swim, my Humpty.
I shall make for the... Mon Dieu, the rack is sinking.
We will be washed away.
The buckle must be loose. I shall dive down from under the beast and fix it.
Monsieur, but you won't be able to see a thing. What if you are drowned?
Then we're all lost. Right, Passepartout, hold her steady for me and don't let her roll down on her back.
I can't, I have to steer the elephant.
Oi. He means the elephant. Oh, we are tipping.
Right, here goes.
He's dived in.
Ah, as if steering the elephant wasn't hard enough. The river is full of logs.
Not all of those are logs. Some of them have teeth.
Oh, mon Dieu.
We're not slipping anymore. Mr. Fogg must have fixed the string.
We are almost at the bank.
But where is he? He has not surfaced.
What has happened to Phileas Fogg? What will happen to Passepartout and the Princess? For that matter, what's going on in general? Sorry, I drifted off. Find out in the next gripping instalment of 80 Days Around the World. Thank you for your attention. second half of 80 Days Around the World. The story so far. Phileas Fogg has been caboodled into circumnavigating the globe to win back his fortune, accompanied by his distinctly French valet.
Yes, my name is Passepartout. I come from a very old and proud family. Our name is also our motto. We get through anything. And it was my having got through all of the brandy and two of Lord Ponsonby's daughters that led to my sudden re-emergence onto the London job market. I was hired by Mr. Fogg's father many years ago to accompany him in his travels. But alas, he perished in India, and now it looks as if his sons may have met the same fate.
Princess? Pietro, sorry. Indeed, yes. For as we rejoin the tale, Mr. Fogg, having dived under an elephant in a raging torrent to adjust its strap-on basket, don't ask, has yet to resurface. But then...
Oh no, he is lost. He's such a brave hero. Oh no, wait. There he is. He's behind us. He's in the river. The current has washed him away. He is lost.
Oh, monsieur! Oh, no!
What is he doing? He's climbed onto a log, and he's jumped onto a crocodile.
Onto another log. He waits, judging his moment.
Then another crook, a log. Oh, and he is safe on the bank.
Hello, chaps. Sorry, got carried away. That would be a fun game in other circumstances.
Perhaps you should note it down in the guide. We could even name it after you.
The guide! Damn it to blazes! It's still in the tent!
Do not despair, monsieur. It was blank from here on. After all, your father did not make it this far.
Then I shall write the next part in his memory. Let us press on. We have a train to catch.
And now, like a frog on a hot plate, our scene jumps back to the Reform Club in London.
Checks here. Next check. 23 days out. So where should they be now?
Calcutta, I think.
What sort of information can you tell?
Well, my almanac says it should be sunny and 35 degrees. My astronomical garrison here says it should be a total solar eclipse at 4:30 in the afternoon. And his horoscope reads, wearing red today will attract fortunes as Mars possibly enters Pluto's house. Remember that openness is the key to sincerity. Arising in Virgo means that you might find your manservant indicted for flagrant disregard of local traditions.
That's unusually specific.
I thought so too.
Meanwhile, back in India, our heroes have indeed arrived in Calcutta, where Detective Fix has wasted no time in arranging for Passepartout to be arrested for his indiscretions in Bombay.
I'm so glad we made it here to Calcutta. The prisons are lovely.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fogg. I suspect our arrest is the result of you rescuing me, and after you were so brave.
Yes.
But where shall I go now?
Do you have any family anywhere outside India?
Where are you travelling to?
Let me see. After this, it's Hong Kong, Yokohama.
Yokohama? Why, I have an uncle in Yokohama.
Aha, really?
Yes, he's a missionary.
Good Lord.
Yes, it is a wonderful position. We are very proud.
Then we will gladly accompany you to your uncle. See, Passepartout, at last, things are taking shape.
Order! Order! Court will now rise for me, the Honourable Humphrey St. John Blanket. Right, hand me the charge sheet. Dear Lord, bailiff, pass me my service revolver. I may be needing it shortly.
Yes, monsieur. Things are taking shape, but unfortunately, it's the shape of a pear.
The prisoner will stand. Sir, You are accused of a series of crimes of a sinister nature, including sheep baiting, assault with intent to cause malicious umbrage, frolicking in a controlled area, and a series of charges relating to the banned practice of heckle-gating. How do you plead, sir?
More than a little confused.
You are Binky Armitage Frobisher Shotweather?
No, sir.
Phileas Rupert Fogg?
Yes, sir.
Order. You are charged with entering and thereby violating a sacred institution in the city of Bombay. It doesn't specify here whether it's a cow or a temple. But I'm going to assume the latter.
Him? Yes.
Good. Now, you apparently desecrated their place of worship, dishonoured their gods, and caused widespread and considerable suffering.
What the deuce? How exactly did I achieve that? I wished merely to see the wonders of other countries.
Well, next time, take your bloody shoes off. I find you guilty as charged and fine you £10.
Pass me the bag.
However, there is another charge. That you are being in possession of a Frenchman without a license. I find you guilty and subject to 60 days imprisonment.
Oh, your worship, please let him go. He saved my life when I was to be burned alive. Please show mercy.
Oh, hello. You're a pretty little thing, aren't you?
Oh, please be merciful, my lord. He has to journey around the globe and this ought to lay him terribly.
There. Have a hanky.
Yeah.
You can use mine. It's almost completely fresh.
Thanks.
Now, come now, don't decoy. Have dinner with me and I'm sure we'll arrive at something that fits both of us. What do you say?
What do we do now?
Perhaps we could try to bribe him.
I'd be loath to give away our money. We don't know what lies ahead. And there are now 3 of us travelling. What we need is something else. I wonder, may I approach the bench, Your Honour?
Within reason.
You are familiar with the Reform Club, sir? I believe there is a branch here in Calcutta.
I am devilish hard to get into, by all accounts.
Oh, that is it. The food and wine are exquisite. The dumpling fricassee, the pâté quantum, what? The trouble is, I rarely get a chance to enjoy them. In fact, I was only thinking the other day that I wish there was someone who could make more use of my membership than I do. Someone with an appreciation of gourmet fare, of course.
I see. Are you attempting to bribe me, sir?
Bribe you? Good heavens, no. I merely suggest an exchange. We promise to be law-abiding citizens. I will pop a muzzle on the frog over there, and in return you get to enjoy lifetime membership of an establishment devoted to the pleasures of the table.
Diners Club, you say? That, sir, will do nicely.
As our heroes cheese it portward through the Calcutta streets, once more we flip the bird to continuity and bugger off through time and space, spanging down like the pancake of the here and now onto the promenade deck of a steamer to Hong Kong. Really, I'm worth more than this.
Wow.
Yeah, shoot me now.
That was clever thinking, monsieur.
But will you not miss such fine fare?
I'm afraid that his lordship is in for a shock. The food there is dreadful. Their idea of international cuisine is to buy a job lot of German cockwurst and host an evening called Sausage Fest. Most of the chaps at the club have one remaining taste bud between them. By the time dinner rolls round, the majority of them are listing heavily to port.
So, here we are, on a steamer. I've never been to Hong Kong. I've only heard about it in stories.
Another 13 days on board a boat. Almost 2 weeks of mal de mer.
You're sick of your mother?
No, monsieur. Mal de mer is sickness of the sea.
But haven't you bought a French phrase book in Suez? Been flicking through it.
Oh, Mr. Fogg, look at the sunset. It's so pretty. I feel like I'm flying. Let's go to the bows and look out over the ocean.
Sounds pretty dangerous. You could slip. In which case the undertow would drag you beneath the ship, and after a painful death bumping along the hull, your corpse would be missed by the propellers.
Perhaps some other time, then. Please excuse me, gentlemen.